Did you know that your level of consistency has all to do with how you treat yourself whenever you are not consistent? A lot of high performers with perfectionism that I work with tend to have a really harsh inner critic. And especially when they're not doing what they believe that they should do. And the key word here is should. So they're shooting all over themselves, and as a result, it creates resistance to what it is that they would like to do on a consistent basis, right? Now, what actually helps being consistent is kindness. It's being compassionate with yourself whenever you are not showing up. Because when you are being kind to yourself, when you are compassionate with yourself, when you send yourself love whenever you are not doing what it is that you want to do or what you've set your mind to do and your heart to do, then that allows space for you to begin to show up again. Now, what really differentiates someone that is, consistent and someone that is not is just that you who are being consistent tend to typically be kinder with themselves whenever they're not being consistent. So that is the key thing here, being kind with yourself. Yeah? If you're not consistent, you're typically in a state of procrastination. And procrastination is perfectionism. And perfectionism is a form of resistance to what is. And so you then fall off the horse, so to speak, and you find it hard to basically continue what it is that you've started or what it is that you've set out to do. Or sometimes you just lose plain sight, or you get distracted, or there's another new shiny object that comes up, or there's another idea that you get that you just get, persuaded by. And so there's so many different things, right, that can kind of come in between you and consistency, you and your sense of integrity and promise to yourself. I think it's crucial to be able to see and observe yourself whenever you are not being consistent, and observe yourself with loving kindness. To do so means that you have an inner conversation that goes along the lines of, I love you. I love you. I love you. I see that you are doing your best. I truly see you. And I know that it is hard to be consistent, but I continue to love you. I love you and I accept you. Just like a nurturing mom, right? Or a nurturing caregiver. You're just giving yourself that to begin again, to try again, to get back onto the horse again. See? Funny thing is, I've actually been riding horses a large part of my life, and a big part of horse riding and learning to do horse riding is falling off. Sometimes I've been falling off over and over and over again, of different horses, of course, but I've fell off, right? I've fallen off, and then I get back on again, and I try again. And every single time I get on, I learn something new about myself and about the horse that I'm riding, yeah? And so each time you kind of fall off the thing that you're wanting to do, you do learn something. So ask yourself, what did I learn this time? How did I grow? What did I learn about myself? What did I learn about the process? And begin to integrate that into your life and business. See? This is so powerful. To begin to see that your level of consistency has all to do with how you treat yourself whenever you're not being consistent. A lot of high performers with perfectionism tend to be looking outside for ways to improve their consistency. Maybe they get an Apple Watch. Maybe they get a new iPhone. Maybe they get a new computer. Maybe they, do all sorts of things. Maybe they get help from someone else to help them out which obviously delegation and automation and all that kind of stuff is great. But your level of consistency has nothing really to do with your technology or up-leveling all of this and all that. You know, like, it truly comes down to your mindset. It comes down to you having a certain energy around what you do. So that's another thing. What kind of energy do you have around that in which you want to manifest? I don't care what it is, but your energy has a big influence on whether you're being consistent or not. Because trust me when I say, if you have a strong pull towards something, your subconscious mind will do everything in its power to move you towards it. You see yourself worthy of something, your body is going to move towards it. See? You probably felt that in different situations. First thing that comes to my mind is, you know, in a romantic relationship. Oftentimes in the very beginning, you have a sense of pull. It's called infatuation. It's an infatuation phase where you just feel pulled towards the other individual. Yeah? What it may be caused by, I don't really care about that stuff. What's the main thing here is that level of pull, that is the kind of pull that you would want to have, yeah, when you're being consistent too. Now, that being said, that does not mean that the infatuation toward what it is that you want is going to last forever, okay? It takes nourishment and commitment to yourself to show up again and again and again. And every time that you feel like you fall off, you give yourself generosity and kindness and compassion for doing so. You let yourself rest. Okay, that is a key. You let yourself rest. Both whenever you feel like it and also whenever you're not really feeling like it. Because rest is how your subconscious mind gets rejuvenated too. Your body gets rejuvenated too. And when your body and your subconscious mind is, open to receiving, guess what? Your pull gets activated. You'll feel more pull to that in which you desire. Because if you are constantly on this hamster wheel, on the run all the time, towards what it is that you believe that you truly feel worthy of and why, if you're constantly on that hamster wheel, it's going to get exhausting. And you're going to lose your sense of emotion around it. You're going to feel empty and numb at some point. And so being able to just flow a little bit more, go with the flow, absolute key for consistency. I feel like that's truly what I wanted to just channel through and give you seeds of thought today around consistency. Remember, consistency comes down to how you treat yourself whenever you're not being consistent. So ask yourself, where am I right now when it comes to consistency? Where in my life and business am I not being consistent? And how might this be because I am not compassionate, loving, and kind towards myself when I'm not being consistent in that area of my life? So ask yourself those questions. Sit with those. Maybe journal a little bit on those. Grab a cup of tea and sit down and really just ask yourself, how may I be kinder? How might I be kinder, more generous, more loving, whenever I am not showing up the way that I want to? Can I give myself a hug? Can I speak to myself differently? Can I love myself in a different way? Yeah? I invite you to also join the Bloom Beyond tribe for sunflowers and bloomers, which are high performers who are committed to create a life and business of freedom from perfectionism with the power of the subconscious mind. And in there, you also get support to be able to truly stay consistent by charging your energy, because energy is what it's all about, to begin to nourish yourself and take care of yourself in the process of creating and contributing. To also be kind to yourself whenever you're not consistent so that you then can begin staying consistent in the long haul. Because consistency is truly all about the long haul. If you think that consistency is about the short term, that's not the way this goes. It's about the long term, okay? And if you want to stay consistent along the long term, you want to be kind with yourself, kind to yourself, and compassionate to yourself. Take care of yourself. I'm sending you so much light and love, and I might see your application. I'm looking forward to reading it. Go to bloombeyond.com/apply to send that application through. There's a little waiting time because we do have a 256 members limit, monthly cohorts, all right? Looking so much forward to reading that application. And until next time, stay bright, brave, and balanced.